Hi guys, I'm Scott with Carpenter CPR Solutions, and I want to talk to you just for a few minutes this evening about how an AED works. It's not rocket science, it's actually really easy to understand, but it does involve the heart and it is quite fascinating. So let's take a look. So essentially, this is your heart, and your heart has four chambers, and it has electrical activity, and that electrical activity starts at the top, down to the middle, and then down to the bottom. And as soon as the electrics fire in that portion of the heart, the muscle contracts with it. So top to the bottom, lub dub, what you've been doing your whole life, what you're doing right now, and that's what delivers our blood flow and our heartbeat. Now, when a patient first goes into ventricular fibrillation, or first goes into cardiac arrest, generally they're in an abnormal rhythm called ventricular fibrillation. And essentially, ventricular fibrillation is still a massive amount of electrical activity in the heart. It's just not coordinated anymore. It is quivering all places all at once, and there's no top to the bottom, and therefore there can be no blood flow, and therefore there's no heartbeat. So our initial rhythm, when we first took a look at this, top to the bottom, if you were going to graph it, would look like this. And you don't need to know what this means. What I want you to recognize is that it's coordinated, it's repetitive, it makes sense. There's a picture there. And if you have a heart that is in ventricular fibrillation, you end up with just this chaotic looking thing that is just quivering all over the place. So here is like a TV set on channel 4. Makes sense. You see a picture. And then here would be the same TV set essentially on static. Doesn't do me a lick of good, although there's clearly tons of electricity still going on. So what I want to do is I want to deliver a power surge to this TV set on static, say here, that is going to completely shut off that TV set. And this is what an AED does. Automated external defibrillator asks itself a couple questions. Asks it out loud, actually. Analyzing rhythm, stand clear. It's asking itself, is the patient in ventricular fibrillation? If that TV set is on static, it will deliver this power surge to the TV set, which will shut it off for 3, maybe up to 5 seconds. An absolute refractory period where there is no electrical activity. And that's, again, all the AED does. It does not restart your heart. It simply shuts off ventricular fibrillation. It defibrillates it, if you will. You're hoping, because cardiac cells have automaticity and they turn themselves back on, you're hoping that after 3, maybe 5 seconds, you get some coordinated activity that starts from the top, goes to the bottom, lub dub again. And if that were the case, you'd save the patient's life. Now, studies show you have a much higher chance of success if you perform high quality CPR here immediately before the AED takes over. And you get right back on the chest here during this absolute refractory period when there is no electrical activity and you perform high quality CPR. Thanks for listening. That's really all I have for you this evening, but we'll be back with a lot more content. Take care.